What is going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new It's Story Time with the Boys. It's been a while. We're back with Bill. We're revisiting some stuff last year. We want to advertise the third annual hot dog roast. I believe this is episode 13. If I'm not correct, then I'll correct it later. So we're going to get right into it. We're actually going off the cuff today. We're just going to shoot the breeze about the hot dog roast and then move into some 2022 riding and then this year's expectation. So, welcome back, Bill.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
I appreciate you taking the time to
I love it.
figure this out.
I love it. We got a lot of going on.
So I'm just going to hand it right over to you because I'm just happy we're getting ahead of the game. In the past 2 years for me, I've advertised it probably not too long. I didn't give it personally enough time, but that's just how the last two worked. So this year, start now. Just get in there. Edit it out.
You're right. It's chilly. It's chilly.
So I'm just glad to get back to it, and let me hand the hot dog roast stuff over to you, and then whatever highlights from last year maybe, and expectations for this year.
So this year, we're going to do our third annual hot dog roast.
February 11th?
February 11th, 2023. All funds benefit the Redfield Snowmobile Association. All donations go directly to the club. Last year was a great success. The year before that was our first year and live and learn kind of year, I guess. Last year we did nice, and hopefully we'll do better as we go on. So it's February 11th. Starts at 10:30 a.m. We'll have tents set up. All kinds of. We'll have Zweigle hots, a mac salad, hot sauce, hot chocolate. You know, all the fun fair stuff. Stop in for a hot dog and feel free to drop a donation.
Location?
Location's going to be in Redfield, New York.
C5.
Trail C5 at the road crossing right next to the Redfield Groomer Barn. Always been there, and you can also see the area where it's going to be at with the Northern Chateau Trail Camp number 5 for Redfield, which is on the side of the camp here, and that'll show the whole location there. And if you do stop by that day, make sure you say hi to the camera because it's live.
So I never really posted a lot of the hot dog videos. So what can they expect as far as for a day in the life of the hot dog?
An expertly grilled Zweigle hot dog. Done by Littlefinger Grill Master. I don't know what they expect. I mean, it's fun. Stop by and we'll have
two big fires.
We'll have two big, huge bonfires out there in the yard. If you're cold, you just stop by and get warm. We'll have a raffle going on this year also. We're raffling off a 50-inch Vizio 4K smart TV this year. So I do have raffle tickets. It's a $5 donation for the raffle ticket, and the ticket's going to be pulled on the day of the hot dog roast. The winner will be notified via phone for that raffle. Other than that,
So I have 25 of them right now, and I will in the description below put my Venmo and my Cash App, and then Bill has a Facebook page invite for the hot dog roast, so I'll also put that in the description. And then if he wants me to put his info for the tickets in the description as well with his Venmo, I can do that too.
I have tickets with my Venmo address. Also, I'm going to try to this weekend get tickets established up here in Redfield. So if you're up in Redfield, maybe a couple bars will have them there with some advertising to go with it. So you could, if you're up here, you know don't see us in person, you can buy them at the bar, maybe the Cheese Factory or this Redfield Square. I haven't got that set in stone yet, but that's what my intentions are to do this weekend, is get those distributed up here also. So if you're up here locally, you can buy raffle tickets there also. Once again, they're $5 donation, and you win a nice TV.
We'll be drawing it at the hot dog roast. Aside from hot dogs, do we know what the menu is yet?
The menu's gonna be pretty much the same as it's always been. Hot Zweigel Hots, mac salad, chili. Gonna have some meat hot sauce, and of course my luxurious pickled eggs.
Pickled eggs.
We'll be there for a little snack if you want to try one of those babies. Be hot chocolate out there, bottles of water, that kind of thing.
Perfect. So guys, stop in. It's a good time. We have fun meeting everybody. Last year I put a table up. I'm not going to put as much stuff up this year. Last year were they able to sign up for the club too? And
yeah, you can sign up. You can sign up for the club to be a club member there also, same day. Redfield Snowmobile Association would highly appreciate that for sure. You know, the more members, the better, and it definitely helps them out. So works out good.
Perfect. So we've done a few videos with Bill, and I'll go through and put them here. He did a walk around with your, remind him what your sled is for the people that are going to be watching it.
2021 Skidoo 600RX. Red.
Red.
Gotta have that red one.
Is it lava?
Yeah, lava red. It's fastest.
You could say it. Sounds like I got 30 of them.
Good little sled. It's been real good. My second 600R, and I love them. They're great sleds.
Jamie.
Great sleds for that.
So now that we have established that, let's just talk about like last season, because most of your videos are before last season. So
last season was so-so. I mean, it was to me it was kind of short. It was a short loop or year.
Video.
We got, I don't know. I got my miles in, but I mean it wasn't great.
how many?
Hey dog.
It was about 1,200 miles I think I got last year.
Alright. Low
in 5 weeks.
Hit me low.
So I was kind of getting desperate. I was hitting pretty much. And I think actually after the hot dog roast, after our trip, was the last time I was up here. I just didn't come up the rest of February or March because the weather got so shitty. So
It was one of those things that if it's snowing, you gotta go.
I tried to get my miles in and just took what we could get, you know. And
Where'd Blake go?
I think the group, whatever, the greatest ride was probably going on that trip.
Let's go.
You know, we did 600 miles up to
So-
right here from camp.
So that was gonna be my next question. Talk about the trip.
Masons with Shirley.
We do an annual trip. Me and my buddies
Go get
leave
him.
camp here.
What are you gonna do tonight?
Probably, I think it's a Wednesday morning.
broke his hip last night.
And last year we ride up to the Adirondack Hotel in Long Lake. Stay there for a night and then get up and go
Get out of here.
explore some more areas up through that.
Yep.
Not
Last year
good.
we ended up in
That's not
Saranac
good. They're going to the hospital.
for the day. Came back down to the hotel, and then
That's what
the
happened to
next
my
day we
grandma,
rode
you know.
all the way back
She fell.
to Redfield and
Broke her hip. Wow.
did
No, she broke her hip.
hot dog roast the next day.
Went to the hospital, never came back.
How was the snow that week? Was it one of the weeks were you
Yeah.
nervous leading up to the week?
During COVID.
Yeah, because the temperatures were going to be were forecast to be warm. And it was warm.
I was there. I went to her house.
Friday, the
I
day
picked
we
her up
came
off the
back,
ground.
and
She was totally fine.
we got up
There.
at the hotel and we got
Just
Friday
couldn't
morning. We
stand
got the
up.
hell out of
Yeah,
there
couldn't
because
stand
that
up.
day
Yeah.
it was going to be like
That was
40
his-
degrees, and it was warm.
That's what he kept saying.
And it was kind of warm. It was in the 30s when we left to go up there, so it was kind of. The snow was great. There was lots of snow there. It's just the weather. It was warm. And the day we came back, if we didn't leave early in the morning from that hotel in Long Lake for the 1 day ride back,
Because he wanted He didn't want
I think we would have had some problems as far as
crawled up
having
the
snow
steps,
cover. And
pulled himself
Oh,
up
really?
the stairs.
it was like mashed potatoes by the
Across
time
the
we get
living
back.
room,
The trousers
across the
just fell
kitchen.
apart.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, got in his chair. He wanted to watch
But
the
it
news
was
before he left.
it was pretty. It was a nice trip. I didn't mind the warm
And
weather.
Shirley wasn't
Really,
there,
because the
obviously.
year before when we did it,
She was. He made her
it was
not-
totally opposite.
I was going to ask you about that.
We
I
had-
keep hearing about the gloves and the
Oh, we had
cold
lots
and-
of snow, but it was cold as you know what.
Oh, yeah. So
I mean, literally, we had to cross a couple reservoirs and lakes, and
Come here.
you know, you get out there and you think you want to go fast and stick it to the bars,
so they
get going, and your fingers start. I think we're like 15, 20 below that.
2.5 hours. before-
One morning we woke up
So I went over there,
to go riding.
talked to him,
So
showed me where the pain
it was pretty cold, like the first
time
year
was
we
this,
went and
though?
did it, and last
Did he
year
call
was
you?
warm. So
8 o'clock.
I haven't told anybody yet, but I broke down
Yeah,
this
no.
year and bought some muffs.
yeah,
I bought the rock. It's gonna be a video I do down the road, like what's new for 2023 or whatever. But I bought the rocks hand guards,
Yeah.
and I bought the Skidoo muffs to go over the top of them.
Yeah, I use them.
Better
Yeah,
than buying a
everybody.
brand new pair of
I
gloves,
always
to be
got my
honest with
balls
you.
busted
Where's
about
Mommy?
having those on my on my sled,
Oh, no?
and now everybody that I ride with has a set of them. I ride with them all the time. I leave them on there. And I barely use my heaters, but if I do need them, I turn them on and it heats those things up nice. But the one thing I did do this year were those cold times like it was 2 years ago going up on that trip. I bought a set of those fly heated igniter gloves this year.
Oh,
So they're fully heated.
are they big or are they thin?
They're a thin glove with a gauntlet on them. All heated, right? All fingertips and everything. They're nice. So I've been looking to buy them
Oh, yeah.
for like the last few years, and they're $200. And I was kind of hesitant on doing that. I was just poking around one day on the internet, and I seen them advertised for $125 on eBay. I'm like,
She has no desire.
I'll take them.
Two shits.
So I'm not gonna wear them all the time, but like those days that I know it's super cold, and I'm gonna be crossing a 9-mile reservoir or lake.
Right.
I'll put them babies on and turn the heat on.
Do you plug them in or there's
No, they got a
battery?
battery. There's a battery in the gauntlet part of the glove. A little battery, lithium battery sits in there,
Corn bags on her feet.
and you can charge them off. You can charge them off your cigarette lighter if you, or a whatever thing you got in your sled. You can keep them charge the battery right off of that.
Colin.
They say they last up to 8 hours. So
Yeah, we're never
I'll
out
try
there longer
those.
than that, right?
I bought a new helmet too this year. So I broke down and bought the Skidoo Exome
Oh, yeah.
new modular helmet this year also.
I thought that was a mission.
He loves it.
No, that's
In that picture you sent?
that's
That's
a
a
yellow
Skidoo
one.
helmet?
That's a Skidoo.
I thought that was a mission.
I think they all make them the same. I think it does look like a mission helmet. I think they're all in cahoots with each other. I mean, literally, I think if you took a mission and that helmet together, you couldn't tell the difference.
You had me fooled. Like when I looked into it, I'm like, oh, now they're all getting on because I got that, not the mission, but the
That's
other
the new
one.
Skidoo helmet. I want to try it out. It's got a lot of ventilation on it. It looks to be
He's like my cousin Josh.
decent. So I'll try that thing out. See what happens.
This guy.
So your trip, what's some of your favorite trails you passed through when you're? So I always hear like when you guys talk, because I haven't generally been on a trip lately. Like I've heard Confusion Flats and I've heard that term.
Yeah,
I've heard there was another one I can't.
Moose River
Plains is also.
Yeah,
one I
that's
heard.
probably the best. That's probably the best area. So when we leave here, from here to Old Forge is just like your standard fair trail that anybody that rides
Right.
snowmobile up here is going on. But I don't know. We get up into Old Forge and kind of mess around a little bit out there. We go through Moose River Plains, Fusion Flats, in that area. We don't like to stick to the main trails too much, so we kind of explore a little bit of trails that a lot of people don't ride too much,
Right.
and kind of get a better thing from that. You know,
Who's Brian?
get a cleaner trail, maybe that somebody's not used to going on, but we'll try it out. And so most of the time we went off of that.
Right.
Who's this guy?
Works out pretty good.
How many meetings do you guys have leading up to the trip?
We had one. We had one on Tuesday.
Do you bring a map?
I brought 2 maps, and
It's a kid.
Jay bakes through that, looks at it, figures out what we want to do and where we want to stay at, and what kind of loops we want to do. I think this year on our trip we're gonna ride from Redfield over to Old Forge, stay at Clark's Beach for the day, for the night, and then go from Old Forge up around Cranberry, up around that lake, and explore that area and see where we can get and how far we can go. And then come back to Old Forge and stay the night again, and then we'll get up the next morning on Friday and come back to Redfield.
So Wednesday to Friday.
Wednesday to Friday. Friday's our ride back to Redfield. Saturday morning's our hot dog roast. So
Big week,
big
guys.
week. I'm thinking I'll probably be up here that whole
Yeah, so you
week.
put 6 Bigfoot decoys on. No.
This year, like
decoys
Todd
on.
stayed
$40
stayed up here last year all week long.
You can't
And
soda.
a bunch of us came up on Tuesday night. He was here from the weekend before,
You want to be?
so he had 400 or 500 miles on
I remember
before we
that.
even showed up on Tuesday night.
So
So I think I might do that this year. Might come up that Friday and stay the whole week.
Yeah, you were
Following
working.
weekend.
Not a big deal.
It's a good clip, especially if there's a good snow. I just remember last year we had good snow. It's, had to work it a lot.
I think the snow
same
was,
snow
I
you
think
had
the
to work.
snow was here, and you had to take advantage of it. You know, it didn't last long. People ride what they ride. You know.
Give me 5, low 5. Come on,
Like
give me
to,
5.
you
Too
like to be
slow.
able to pick you. I think. So.
Try again.
The older you get, the more you get into it. I am. I'll
No,
tell
yeah,
you.
you know.
I didn't put very. You got 1,200. I think I did like 400.
Yeah,
Being
1,200's not my best. I mean, but I'll take it, and it's respectful to me.
You know what your highest has been?
You're cold.
My highest that I've gone in a year was about 1,800 miles I did in a season, and that was on my 06 Rev that I had. And I think that was like 2009. That really we had a good snow.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
snowing all the freaking time, and I just
What
wanted
else
to
been
crap
going
out
on
of that
here?
thing. Just
Jay, do
seemed
you
like-
know your highest miles?
In a year?
Yeah.
Probably right around 16.
You know yours? You don't look at the mile gauge, do you?
Just get out and ride it.
Talking about
Yeah.
cars or studs or groomers?
Just get out and ride it, right?
Cop cars.
Groomers.
Cop cars?
More miles than the groomer,
300 a
probably.
day.
It's interesting when you think about that stuff, though.
Yeah,
How long you stood at like a red traffic light in your lifetime? It's probably more than we
it's probably crazy.
waste our life away.
It's probably crazy.
How many miles have you done?
You ain't talking to me. Who you talking to?
I think my highest was probably like 1,600.
Yeah,
14 or
that,
1,600.
when I had 1,800, that was a good year. It seemed like every weekend they had like real good snow.
That 11-foot week.
Yeah, I was all over. I was all over it. So,
Oh, man.
but I don't really.
20.
Now I don't really care.
As long as you're out there doing it.
This year after this winter
There you go.
with my sled,
Did you
and
dress
I
up for
usually
Halloween?
sell it every 2 years.
You did?
Last year I didn't sell
Where
it
were
because I
you?
didn't like the new 23s that came out, so I
Where were you
held
for
out.
Halloween? What'd you dress up as?
So at the end of this season, I'll be selling my
A Ghost?
Snowmobile and ordering a 24 as long as it comes in that Gen 5 chassis.
It shouldn't be hard because when you first showed it, there was a guy
Well, where
that
you?
kept messaging me. I think
I
I passed
talked-
him on to you.
Yeah, I talked to him quite a bit,
Were you
but
a doctor?
I just wasn't ready.
Were you a
I didn't
fireman?
want to buy the new 23.
You were a captain.
But, I think the 24 is going to come in that
Might have
chassis.
ended up waiting
Oh, did you have a
anyway.
shield?
Yeah.
You
It
did?
was kind of funky last year with what the
Was it
dealers were
blue
doing.
and red?
$400.
You were Captain America.
Some kind of fee that they want. I don't know
Right?
what was going on with that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's a
It was
good
dumb.
one. Do you still have your shield?
Hopefully I'll get the
Yeah.
24 ordered
At
in
home?
March.
Right. I want to
Sell
see
my
it.
21.
Yeah, it seems like things
Will you
are
show it to
coming
me?
back.
Yeah.
I'm up at the place all the
Can we
time
bring it back tomorrow?
because I'm waiting on I don't know if I told you
We were
yet.
just in all these.
A side by side.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We're walking down the aisle. there's
That's a nice
four,
thing to do.
like,
So-
action figure.
Yeah, it's kind of for me and my dad.
He was on
Yeah.
Golf cart esque
Yeah.
up here,
You
and
tell me who it is.
That's perfect.
If you can have
I
it.
thought I was gonna have a
It goes
summer to
right.
do a lot of
It's
content.
four.
And
Yeah.
so I basically ordered it in May, and it was supposed to come at the end of July. When I went in to ask where it was at, that's when the hack happened.
Right.
So that'll tell you kind of what it is. I'm not going to tell you guys what model it is.
What
I'll
color
tell you
is
off
all?
camera, but I want it to be somewhat of a surprise. But now it was the end of September to December, and now it's.
That's right.
They said things are pretty normal.
That's
Everything that's coming in is coming in when
Do
it's
you
supposed to. So
know,
supposedly, I'll have a good Christmas, I guess. Hopefully, I mean,
Yeah.
not that it matters because you can't really ride them
Right.
that time of year, but it'll be nice to finally have.
It'd be nice to have it there.
How's Laura
Use
feeling?
it for the spring.
Yep.
No, overall pretty good.
Yeah.
Be nice.
She just has like, she has good days and bad days.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
yesterday,
looking forward to this winter. Getting ready. I brought my sleds up this
Yeah.
weekend.
And like today she was fine.
Well,
Stick
you
'em in
know,
the barn
it's also
and
like,
Bring Jake's for him.
Yeah, wait for the snow to come.
You know, like today.
I was gonna ask you guys that earlier because I
With the
seen both
storm
trailers.
rolling
Like,
in.
this is a trail work weekend, guys.
Yeah, it's trail work weekend.
I had a headache.
Tomorrow,
Pressure
Redfield.
drops, Right. Especially
Staking the
with my
trails.
sinus.
Get them things all ready
Not
for,
that that has anything to do
for
with
the
her, but
upcoming
that was me
snowmobile
today.
season.
Yeah, it's been weird. She's
You know,
That's usually
Because
fun.
it was
We do
cold
it every
Monday,
year
Tuesday,
pretty much.
and then Wednesday and
a
Thursday
bunch
were
of
like
us
nice
show
and
up
warm.
and
Right, and then
bus
today
balls
the storm
and
rolls in. It's like
throw some stop signs up and some stakes in our little area that we
Oh,
like
yeah,
to do.
frost
And,
Monday and Tuesday. It was 28
go from
degrees
there.
in the morning.
Well, no.
The only problem is this Hurricane
so
Nicole's
nice
giving
to
us
get
some
cool, but it's
residual
cold.
yeah, so
rain.
We had
we're going to see what we're going to do here tomorrow.
Monday
I'm
or
not sure
Tuesday.
what's going to happen, but I did bring my
Tuesday
big
was
boots.
the colder of the two in the
It was
morning.
24 degrees.
If the rain holds
28
off,
home.
then
It was 24 degrees.
Game
at
on.
7 when I went to work.
if not, then
By
we're going
9
to sit here and
o'clock,
have
it
some
was
cokes.
59.
Yeah.
This is insane.
What
No,
you guys
fine.
normally? I never usually do trail work, guys. I kind of hand it over to like the digital stuff and advertising. I feel like because
He's in there. Go tell him.
I'm not usually. Sometimes I'm not available to go out and do that work and stuff. But I feel like doing advertising through the digital media is kind of my piece, even if it matters or if it doesn't matter.
Right.
What trail do you guys normally work on?
So, the Redfield Snowmobile Association Groomer Barn is right there next to us.
Yeah, right over our shoulder.
I can't, yeah, it's dark out, but you can't see it. But so there's local trails right here in town. So we basically load our truck up down the road here at the Groomer Barn with stakes and stuff. We go down the road. There's a trail called the Racetrack. We take care of that area. Fox Road, Cheese Factory behind there usually, and Hayloft Trail. We stake that out, get that all lined up, and takes
a lot of work.
Yeah, a lot of work takes you know, however one you, if you want to work that day hard and get it done fast, you can do that. If not, then you you know, make it last a little longer. Bust balls all day, take a little lunch, and bring beer with you if you want. It's not a hassle. You know, it's
Right.
fun, really. They don't tell you what to do, so they give you an area to go do. If you want to work 2 hours and get the hell out of there, then that's what you do. If you want to work all day, go have lunch somewhere, you do that too.
Yeah, so volunteer with your local club, guys. I mean, we didn't used to do a lot of volunteering, but the older
No.
we got, the more for you weekend warriors. Not to be that guy, but the trails don't put themselves together themselves, right? So it's nice.
Yeah, I think the first time we ever did it, we always thought that, you know, you go out to the Groomer Barn or wherever the meeting place was for it, that, you know, you basically sign up and they, you know, they marched you around like a bunch of Marines and told you what to do, and it was like a day of a job. But we all thought that that's how it was, and really it's not. You go down there and it's, oh, what do you feel like doing?
It's part of the hobby.
You know, you go down, do it, and put whatever time you want in, and volunteer an hour. Who cares? You want to go down and paint stakes? You can paint. You can stay right down there and paint stakes all day. You don't have to go out and do any hard work. But an hour here or 2 hours all day, whatever you can volunteer, helps them out. Helps the whole club out.
Any new hot spots?
As far
I'm
as
trying to think like food and stuff. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head like any new places that they should know. New trail
New trail out of Redfield through Pulaski. Pulaski put in a brand new trail. Eliminated a lot of road riding off Camp 2 road, or not Camp 2, Route 2.
Route 2.
I'm sure we'll be hitting that this year.
Connecting Dam Road to the Camp
Okay.
Road Trail.
All right. That's good. That's a good thing.
Make a nice little loop.
That'll be nice.
Keep you off the road, off the reservoir if you don't like riding water.
That'll be nice. Food wise, you know, we always got like Osceola Outpost is fully open now. We've been eating breakfast over there quite a bit, and they're good.
I actually just had
Their dinners are good
chicken
there.
there last week. My dad had a prime rib. He liked it.
So they got their stuff going on. So that's a good new place that just reopened again. That's pretty good food, pretty good service. We do like our Rusty Roof over in Williamstown. They have some good
I freaking
Spanish food and
Spanish
anything
lady.
else you want.
I love that place.
It's good food, and usually if they're busy, they like to hustle you in. So if you want
So
They'll
warm,
get you in there.
cozy.
Yeah, Jay's over there saying he likes the bar how it's warm and cozy. The wet tacos, the ambience. Is that the word?
Exactly. Yeah, it's a good little stop. You're gonna get your money's worth. You know, you get that wet taco meal, you'll be filled up, and you'll be empty the next day also.
I watch their Facebook feeds and they're advertising something new every week, like pizza night. There was another one, Cubans and
Cuban's
Cuban.
good. It's a
Yeah,
good
I've never had them
I've
there.
had one
but-
once one time. That's a good sandwich.
Is that the one that's got ham
It's
and
got ham on it. And
dill pickles?
Dill pickle.
I went to a place in the city in Rochester, Giorgio's, I think it's called.
That's my buddy. That's my.
They say it's the best one.
I grew up with
around,
that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the first time I ever had one too. Georgie's on
Yep,
South.
Georgie's,
Street.
yeah.
Yeah, he's got the best one in Rochester.
But you got to get there early because there's no parking and it's cash only
Yeah,
for you guys that are in Rochester.
yeah,
And
good
it's
stuff.
big, man. It's big and messy.
It's a good sandwich. Definitely good. Georgie's.
Take a drink, Bill.
So I guess what else besides the trip are you excited for this season?
I'm just excited to see some snow soon. Sooner the better. I like it. I don't like it at home in Rochester. I don't like working around it. I don't like having to deal with it. But when I come up here, it's a whole different story.
Your whole attitude changes, right?
And my whole attitude.
The people
changed.
that work at Nomi, they're like,
Shit.
"You're different this week."
I'll get naked.
I'm
I'll
out of here,
run
man.
around. Snow. Gotta love snow.
Even today, just taking a half day today, you know.
Yeah, it's nice.
People are like, man, look at you. You're like, you know, happy. I'm like, yeah, I'm fucking out of here.
Getting close, starting to get ready, and get the sleds ready. For me, I bring them from upstairs and downstairs, and it's just.
Yeah, so my sleds came up this weekend. I'm dropping mine off.
I was going home.
His is going home on a trailer
Get
for
its annual
maintenance.
bath.
Dom's is going home on my trailer.
Which, one of them or all three of them?
Two of them.
Two of them.
Back to Rochester for maintenance. So we're shuffling them around. And I'm sure Todd's and Logan's will be the next ones coming up after that. We'll get the barn all set.
Where are his sleds right now?
His one sled, his new one's at the dealer getting that
Oh, the post.
security post put on.
They're just doing that now.
Yeah. Is the other one in the garage?
The other one's in his garage. That he's got to put a track on it at some
He's
point.
got the track.
He bought the
He's had
track. He's just got to start digging into it, getting his wrenches out. Which
Yeah.
I don't know what that's going to be. It's not like the old Rev where
He's got a kid that, you know, likes to rip tracks apart.
Yeah. Tear the corners up,
Yeah.
clean them out.
Leave a little snow on the trail, will you?
Yeah,
So you got a new helmet, new gloves.
I'm ready.
Did you get boots?
I've been looking.
Baffin?
The Baffin boots I'm intrigued about. I did almost pull the trigger and buy slightly used pair.
I can't believe you bought that Ski-Doo helmet.
It's nice.
It's not.
Is it here?
It's not as nice
No.
as my Mission.
It's the same damn helmet.
It is.
I think they all make the same one. They all look like that. They're all made by the same made. Scorpion. If you look at a Scorpion helmet, I'm telling you, it's a knockoff off your Mission helmet and the Ski-Doo XO. I think they all make the same. Same manufacturer makes them. Stick some stickers on them, call them their own.
China.
Well, this is off topic, right? With my job, one time I went to a bean factory, and you walk through the bean factory, and
They put different
they're
labels
putting
on
the
it,
beans through the machine, but then they're putting them in the can, and then they're just like
Different
Tops, Wegmans,
Oh,
and it's
yeah.
just the
They all
same
do
beans,
it.
different. So when you're going to the store, and you're like, I have to have
They all do
Grandma
it.
Brown, or not Grandma Brown's, but like
Libby's.
yeah.
I want Libby's green beans. Is it the same
The
guy?
same
Green
can,
bean
man. I was
and Wegmans green
my
beans.
mind was blown. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
I was
they
kind
all
of
do
sad. I'm
it. Well, all those sauce manufacturers.
No, it's bait and switch.
right.
Like all the Wegmans sauce is all ragu
Right.
made in Rochester. It's right on Lee Road there. The whole factory.
Ledestri.
Legestri makes 10 different sauces.
Yeah.
10 different slices. Want ragu?
Same sauce.
You want
Same sauce.
whatever. Same stuff. Put different label on it. Charge a couple dollars more. I think you're getting something different. You might get a couple spectacles of sugar or salt. They change the flavor a little bit. That's about it. Good stuff. So we're looking at this winter. Hopefully it's going to be a good one. We're gonna get the miles in.
What's the farmer say right now for this winter? I think I saw cold and snowy.
That's what I heard too.
I gotta believe, and this is, I'm no farmer almanac expert, and I don't read it, but this late in the year, in November, having 75-degree days, heating up Lake Ontario, I gotta
It's good
believe
for us.
that we're gonna get some good lake effect
It's
storms.
good for us. It was like this last
We
year.
didn't get any last year.
Right.
But it was
It
warm.
was a weak year for lake effect.
It was.
There was one year I remember.
We got snow, but we didn't get the big lake effect last
Right.
year. It was bad.
So there was one year I remember swimming in like August. It was still like 88 degrees the lake was, and that year we got pummeled a couple different times. So
That lake temperature stays up.
if you have the sickness like we do, you can kind of, you can't call it, but you can be like, oh, the water's a little warmer this year, or it's looking good for us.
I want a few of them 5-foot snowstorms like we had a couple years back.
Yeah, it's been a while.
50,
And even 2 feet is a blessing.
50, 60 inches in 5
It goes
hours.
a long way, you know, when they can get all that. I mean, it's just fluff, let's be honest.
Right.
2 feet goes down to about 6 inches.
Well, that's, they made so much work well
but
this past year with that, where we
Well,
only
'cause
got
it
like a
stayed
foot,
cold.
but it stayed
it
cold and they were
cold.
able to.
Yeah.
Stay cold and give us a foot a day. That'd be nice. Ride some of the trails and just see the stop sign sticking up. That's all.
How was your grooming experience?
I liked it.
I forgot you did that
I
the
did
week
like
before me,
that.
right?
Yeah, it was a good time. It was fun, kind of interesting.
It brings things full circle. If you've never been in there, for me, anyways.
Yeah,
I'm glad that it wasn't like a whole night out there. I only did like 4 hours. And I tell you what, he shut the lights off that one time. We were out, turned the lights off completely. It was dark.
I tell you what, driving one and riding in one is so different.
Yeah. When it was cold, it was like 13 below zero the night that we were
Yeah, me
out
too.
there doing it. It was a good time. It was a good experience. Right? I wouldn't mind trying it at some point, doing it.
Call it retirement. Groom instead of ride.
My new snowmobile. $250,000 machine.
I'd like to hear some comments from your viewers on the Cranberry Lake area, because we're going to explore up that this year.
Oh, yeah. If anybody knows about riding Cranberry Lake area, shoot us some messages.
If you're still watching and you're hanging around, thank you for staying this long. Cranberry Lake. In the comments below, comment anything you know about it. Areas, restaurants, maybe where to go, restaurants. maybe gas stops. If something happens to a snowmobile, is there somewhere out there you could take it? Trails, whatever you got for us, throw in the comments. Because these guys watch the videos and they read the comments too, so
No, you're not.
make sure you
You're
connect
not
with
5.
them.
How old are you?
Yeah, we want to explore that area for sure.
You're 2.
Should be fun.
I'm gonna put you down. You ready? I'm gonna throw you down.
I like the
1,
frozen lake rides.
2.
They're my fondest memories of like the Canada trip.
Yep.
Where,
Nice.
so before we end this, I'm
Shut the doors
going to
full.
reflect on one of the. You might remember. We had just got there. We're getting into the hotel and stuff, and one of the commercials on TV is a Arctic cat running down a helicopter. And I think the very next day we were crossing Lake Nipissing.
You're doing that on my
He was doing it with his. You had the F7 at the time.
F7, the helicopter was right over the top of me. I was doing like 100 plus miles an hour. And
Where
that
is
thing
that,
was,
Canada?
we were
Yeah.
in Canada going across that lake, and that helicopter was just like.
I always think about that.
That was a nice sight.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Because I just remember we were unpacking and the Arctic cat commercial was on the TV, and then the very next day it happened.
We were buzzing. It was definitely balls out on anything.
It's
that
so
we were-
cold in Canada.
It is cold up there, and you can't resist squeezing the old tickle throttle.
I spend a lot of time watching the Snowmobile Sessions podcast and stuff, and so some of those guys, because we're all YouTubers, we keep in contact, and so a couple times on that podcast I've brought up Fanny's in particular, just talking about the day we ended up. I don't remember what road it was, but we were going off that on ramp, and then we were just like, "Fuck it, we're going to Fanny's."
That's the morning we got up. It was like 35 below zero.
Yep.
And we only rode 2 miles. It was like too cold to even go anywhere. And we ended up over there and stayed there the whole day.
So me and Gary from Snowmobile Sessions, my last story time with the boys was with him, and he does all the computer stuff. So he had sent one of the other YouTubers, Pasty Boy, had went there. So he brought back a 4-pack of IPAs with the Snowmobile Session logo on it, and then he sent a bunch of stickers for me. And he just told me it was Snowmobiling Session stickers, and then the Mud Brats is his Snow Brats is his channel. He threw in 2 or 3 Fanny's stickers.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
That's
As a joke, it was awesome.
That's
I'm like, that's
funny.
freaking awesome.
I didn't
man.
think that place was still open. We'll get back up there some one of these days. That was a nice trip. It was nice.
Anything else we got to add? Any thoughts?
I would just say support the club, support any club where you ride at. I mean, Redfield Snowmobile Association. If you
Right for snow.
you ride through Redfield, buy one of their memberships. Support the club.
Right.
It only helps out the trails, and especially if you like riding out of here or riding through it.
Redfield gets a lot of traffic, so they do an amazing job of
More
just keeping the
members they got.
trails on point.
The better the trails are going to be. It supports everybody.
Jay, do you have any unofficial ending comments?
I'm just praying for snow. It's gonna be a good year. You know, the boys are getting older.
I think it's
Bringing
gonna
them
be
up
great.
all the time.
Yeah.
They won't be getting as cold as fast. We'll be able to go on some longer rides with them.
Yeah, they're to the point where you're going to feel bad leaving the house if it's going to be a weekend you're leaving them home, you know?
Yeah,
Be
no,
like,
that's not-
Dad, bring
that's
us, bring
not
us.
gonna happen. I mean, I did it this week. I had to say no, but it, you know, no, it's not gonna happen. I mean, because I think back to me being a kid,
Right.
And I didn't want to be left home,
Yeah.
so I'm not
Right.
gonna do it to them.
So I think back to hunting because I wasn't old enough to hunt, so my dad's like, you can't come with me, man.
Other than February for the hot dog roast, February 11th, I'll be up solo, but then they're coming for the roast. They'll be here, so that's gonna be a good time. Hang around, people. Please come visit us. Say hi to the palace.
Yeah, over the last 3 years, I correct me if I'm wrong, we're already like we're all really close friends, so we're like a family. But the roast it's really almost like a family themed day. We're out there talking to people that come up and donate, and you get to meet. You're watching us on all the videos, so you get to meet everybody you're watching on the videos, and it just has a family feel.
It's
You
a good time.
stick around by the fire, have a few cocktails,
It's a good time.
your hot dog, your chili, and
We got a lot of old sleds. We got a lot of old sleds that show up too that run around. So if you're used to seeing some of the older '70s sleds running around, you might come up and get a good laugh to seeing them buzz through with the cat cutters in the back and all that stuff. That's a good time to see stuff like that roll through.
And that's a day that I've always wanted to video, but when I get here, I'm like, and I might not even bring a camera this year. I just want to enjoy that day. Like, we have so much fun in the group chat putting it together, and I don't go to all the meetings, but some of them leading up to it. And
I think last year a couple guys got some rides in one of the groomers.
Yep. Some of the young kids.
Somebody took a couple little rides around the groomer down through the trail. So yeah, that makes it nice because the hot dog roast is right on the trail. So.
Yep.
Yeah, Redfield, they do a great job. They flatten it all out, this whole field, right, the whole area, make it nice. Plenty of parking for everybody to hang around.
Good time.
Planes, trains, and automobiles, guys.
I mean, free hot dog, free food, free drink. You know, we got some other refreshments available if you're interested.
Yep.
Then hang around.
You gotta ask the right guy and you'll get some Coke maybe.
You know, maybe a camo can.
Something.
So guys, this one was a little different. I had fun doing these. Eventually I want to have my own little studio to do stuff like this, so we're not, I mean, it is fun doing it like this, but a little more formal, like, but take what you can get, right? And we have a lot of fun. And just being able to do it up at camp it's even better.
It's nice to do it in a natural setting of a camp. So
get out to the hot dog roast. Hit us up in the description. Like I said, we'll have the raffle tickets available for the TV. And then just get out there. If you see us out and about before then, say hi. If you see us on social media, say hi. We're always willing to have a chat. And thank you so much for all your support. And thank you putting these things together. Yeah, I ran out.
You got grape juice, I got Coca-Cola. Cheers.
And just for the continuous support, it means a lot to me. And over time, I'm growing, and it's just enjoyable for me, and then just to interact with all you guys. So do me that favor. Tell your grandmas, your grandpas, your moms, your dads, your aunts, your uncles, your brothers, your sisters, your friends, your frenemies, your enemies about all these videos. Like them, share them, and get out there, ride right and ride safe, man. And if you see us out in the trail, give us a wave. Love you guys. Peace out. We'll see you next time.
Nice guys.
Appreciate it.
Good deal.
SlowBee.